Hi everyone, my name's Lisa from breakthemouldresin art. This is my first video ever that I'm going to be doing for YouTube, so please bear with me. I am very new to this. What I'm going to do today is something that I've wanted to do for a very long time, probably since I started doing resin. The only way I can describe it, I'm going to be using this pot mould, and I have cut out this. So the effect I want is when the pot is the right way up, I want to have a gap that I can then layer up with crystals and colour and everything like that. So that's what I'm going to be attempting today. I'm going to be using an off-white polyurethane resin from MB Fiberglass, and I think I've got everything I need here ready. But the first thing I'm going to need to do is get all the dust and fluff off of the mould. So I just use packing tape for this. I find it easier. And I'm going to turn the mould inside out. Try and get all this dust off. Please bear with me while I do this. Now the MB Fiberglass polyurethane resin can be purchased online by this company or via Amazon. I've got my 2 shaped silicone sticks to try and pop any bubbles. I've got my gloves ready, long neck lighter, mask and measuring cups. So I think that is most of the dust, hopefully all of the dust off the mould. Going here, like so. Always a fiddly bit. Okay, make sure my levelling table is nice and level. Get the scissors out of the way before I do myself a mischief. And I also want to, when I think of it, let's just use a little bit of tape to go over the piece that I'm putting in to block the resin. Hopefully, if this goes right, it will be to block the resin going in a certain part of the mould, so that when it comes to demoulding it, I have a gap that I can then build up with whatever I want, really. So there we are. Sorry if you can hear a humming, it's because I've got the oven on in the background. Okay, I would just grab myself a rubbish bag. And away we go. So always, obviously, most people watching this work with resin anyway. Safety is so important when working with any type of resin. I hope you can all still hear me well enough through the mask. So that's the cup I'm going to mix in. Let's move this out of the way for now. And I want to do 70 millilitres. Well, 65 generally fills this mould up. So hopefully I'll have about 5 millilitres left over. Better to have more than less. So I want to do 35 of each part. If I can even get the bottles open, that is. Okay, right. Just realised I've forgotten. Stirring stick. I shall be back. And a spare mould for any leftover. Don't want to waste. Right, now I also want to get this, so if it's going, it's the finished pot that way, so I'm going to want that way. Just get that put in there, like so. I think it's probably a good idea if I attach that with some UV resin. Keep it in place. Will that work? No. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that. Let me pop and do that, and I shall be back. Alright, I'm back. I'm just going to cut some kitchen roll up ready. As always happens, I think I'm prepared, but I always forget something. So, I don't know if it's going to work. I have semi-stuck it in to the mould in the hope that it doesn't float and it doesn't move, but I think we will just have to see. Now the cat wants to come in. Come on then, Trouble. Good boy. Okay. So, I've seen this done a lot with Ecopore, you know, Resincrete, Jesmonite, but I really wanted to do this in resin. So I don't know if it's actually going to work, but I thought, do you know what? Let's just give it a go. So there's my 35. This one. I have a feeling we are going to get bubbles, but I'm not going to worry too much because this is a try it and see if it works. So if that does happen, it may be fixable. I might be able to stick some crystals or, you know, something similar in any bubbles I find. Right, let me just give that a quick whisk round the cloth. I don't want it to start a chemical reaction. Leave a tiny bit left in there before we're ready. Really, I do apologise if you can hear my cat talking to me in the background. He's a very social, talkative cat. Okay, and then I'm going to want 35 of this if I can open it. I do always struggle. My poor hands. I can't do it. I'm going to go off camera and try and open this, and I will be back in a second. Okay, so I've managed it. Another 35. There we go, just get that white round. Otherwise it all crystallises around the neck of the bottle, hence it makes it hard to open, especially when you have duff hands like me. Right, so that's out the way. Get this mixed in here. Sea fluff. Okay, where's that come from? Don't want that, do we? Okay, time to go. and we're off. I really hope this works. If it doesn't, I'm either going to have to rethink how to get the wedge, or I'm just going to have to pour a resin in and then chip away while it's still slightly pliable. So I really want it to work in resin. Right, here we go. Wish me luck. Let's get it poured down the sides. Let's see if we can get rid of any bubbles without dislodging that, hopefully. I find with these, a lot of the bubbles, actually, you get around the rim, just here. And there we go. Leave a tiny space at the top, see if we can use this one. I got these from Create and Craft last weekend. £1 each, that was it. And a slightly different shaped, and they're absolutely amazing working with resin. Yeah, I can see bubbles there. Right, it's starting to cure already, so bubbles are gonna have to stay. That's fine. You can see it's getting thicker to pour. Take the rest of one of these. They will definitely have bubbles, but that's okay. And that's that. See if we can get any of these out. I think it's going to be too thick for the torch to work. Oh, we did it. Some more around here. Out you come. Can't see around the other side. There. Okay. Right, as you can see, it really is thickening up. Yeah, there's no more coming out of there now. See, just a nice little bit out. Not very easily. Don't want to waste any, do we? And I'll leave it there for now. And if I can, I will try and capture a time lapse.
Resin in the mixer looking fine. Crystals shining bright just like a sign. Experimenting new things on the fly.
Well, just popping on quickly. Well, I had the clean up and I noticed that I put this in the wrong way than I was planning to. I would have liked the point to have been down the bottom of the pot, but hey ho, is what it is. Okay, so I'm back. It's time to demould. It's been about an hour or so, I think. I've left it a bit longer. I've got my alcohol, isopropyl alcohol spray here, just in case I struggle to get out the mould. Put that there. I'll start with this one. It's going to have bubbles because I didn't do anything to prevent them. I love the holographic though. Yeah, I can see a little. See if I can see you in. few little microscopic bubbles around the detail, but other than that, it's not actually that bad. That's awesome. I do love that. Put that over there for now. Right, now let's see if this worked. Not getting my hopes up though. Get these little bits off. I think I am going to spray down it to help a little bit. She says. There we go. That makes it a bit easier, doesn't it? Alright, try my hands. Try the outside. Bit annoyed to put this in upside down, but never mind. Here's what it is. Okay. See what we have. Ooh, so close. Oh, the cat is wanting to come in again. Sorry. Come on, Trouble. Come here. Hello. I'm back. Okay, so I haven't got any bubbles around the top, which is good. That's where they usually are around here. Okay, they're actually done really well around there. Now, this is, I think I'm going to have to cut this out, aren't I? Yeah, I'm going to, it's got a tiny bit here, which I could probably get off without any tools. But this bit, I think it's gone quite deep in here. So I think, yes, a knife is going to be needed for that part. Yeah, it's going to end up going in my eye or something. I am pretty accident prone. So I will go off camera, see what I can do with this, and I'll see you soon. Right, so I've got this out. That was fairly easy, but we've still got quite a thick bit of polyurethane here, which is going to take me a while to cut out. It's gone midnight now, and I'm tired, and I like to sit in bed and read before I go to sleep. So if I sit here and do this tonight, I'm going to have a very, very, very late night. So I think I might leave it now to the morning, and I'll see you in a bit. So it's time for me to try and attach some shinies, some crystals, some coloured stones, glass, etc. to this. I'm going to be using mainly the J Diction high viscosity resin. I do have my low viscosity here, just in case. I do have an assortment of things that I'm looking at adding to it. Don't know if I'll use them all. So I've got some clear stone, black stones, blue stones. Oh, they look green on camera though. Maybe they are green. Maybe they're turquoise. Don't know. Some dark blue. And I have crystal chippings from Resin 8, which unfortunately do not exist anymore. Yeah, pink stones, silver stones, green turquoisey stones, and what else do we have? These are like a really light blue metallic stone. They were from Temu, I think. Silver and smaller white stones. So I will not bore you by talking all the way through this because it's going to take a while.
Resin in the mixer looking fine. Crystal shining bright just like a sign. Experimenting new things on the fly. My YouTube debut's reaching for the sky. Got the camera rolling, lights in place. Steady hands but hearts gon' race. First techniques sometimes go astray, but mistakes are just the price we pay. Crystal clear, oh can you see? This journey is a part of me. Mix it up and let it be. Sharing with the world my creativity. Pour it out, watch it glisten and gleam. Colors swirling like a dream. Step by step I'm taking you along. Together we'll make something strong. Learning as I go, no script to guide, but I've got passion deep inside. Hits and views ain't my only aim. Creating art is my real game. Crystal clear, oh can you see? This journey is a part of me. Mix it up and let it be. Sharing with the world my creativity. Resin in the mixer looking fine. Crystal shining bright just like a sign. Experimenting new things on the fly. My YouTube debut's reaching for the sky. Got the camera rolling, lights in place. Steady hands.
Very pleased with how this has turned out. Maybe not the right colours for it, but it was just a little experiment to see if I could actually do it. So yeah, overall very pleased. What do you all think? Worth doing again with a different colour resin? I don't really like the beige because I ordered the wrong one, so I might as well use it, hey. Please let me know what you think in the comments.